Well, for tonight's In Focus, owners of the Ripple River Gallery in Aitkin are showcasing their unique talents in an exhibit of textiles and wooden bowls. Our Jamil Donath takes a closer look.
It took woodturner Bob Carls most of his adult life to find his dream job. Amy Sharp didn't start her professional career as a weaver until she was 50 years old.
And this is what you end up with.
Carls was a musician until he was turned on to wood turning, and Sharp used to be a writer, but they traded in their day jobs to start their own business, doing what they love full time.
I get to do what I love as a job. Yeah, for sure. I get to wake up and walk 16 steps to my workspace, and every day is different, and I can kind of call the shots.
This was a really wonderful little girl.
And although the crafty couple work and live under the same roof, rarely do they ever show their work together.
As far as working collaboratively, we tried that once and it didn't work very well because I blew it.
From pieces of plywood to bundles of yarn, these two artists start with an idea, but let the material do the talking. And in the end, the combination of mind over matter turns into a beautiful piece of art.
Then I added a lot of these other pieces.
There are numerous steps involved in wood turning, and the turning part is actually only about 10% of the work.
Whether I'm doing a lot of gluing up, building, and using different segmenting techniques. And then finally turning the piece. So there's more involvement in the piece than just standing at the lathe and turning it now.
It's threaded through the reed, the heddles, and then it's wound onto a beam down there.
Sharp's textile art may not require as many steps or machinery, but a weaver does need to be able to multitask, have impeccable concentration, and an open mind.
I'm exploring all the time. My thing is color and texture, and I weave the way I cook. I look in the cupboard and see what yarns I've picked up over the months and say, oh, I think these will go together.
Trying to use as little wood as possible for the tenon.
Two very different crafts. One works with hard material and the other with soft fabrics. But Carls and Sharp say when you put these two together, opposites do attract. For this week's In Focus, Jamil Donath, Lakeland News.
The Ripple River Gallery also showcases about 60 different artists in the region.